Let's say you walk into a bank and hand them $10. You say, "Please keep this safe for me." The bank smiles and says, "Of course." But what if I told you that bank doesn't just keep your money? It actually uses it to make more money for themselves. How? Let's break it down. Explained like you're 5. Banks are like big money houses. You can save money there, borrow money from them, use cards to pay for stuff. But banks are not just a piggy bank, they're a business, and they want to make profit. So how do they do that? Here's a secret. When you give money to a bank, they don't just lock it in a vault. They lend most of it to other people who need a loan, for a bike, a car, or a house. And those people pay back the loan with extra money called interest. So the bank takes your $10, gives $8 to someone else, and earns interest on that $8. Then they give you a little bit of that interest, and keep the rest for themselves. Banks play a clever game. They give you a small interest for saving, let's say 1%, but they charge borrowers a bigger interest, like 5%. So if they give you $1 for saving, they might make $5 from lending your money. That 4% difference? That's the bank's profit. They're like a store that buys candy for $1 and sells it for $5. But wait, there's more. Banks also make money by fees, charging for late payments, ATM use, account services, investments, using their money to buy things that grow in value. Credit cards. When you don't pay your full bill, they charge interest. Some banks even sell insurance or offer financial advice, all for a fee, of course. You might be thinking, wait, they're using my money to make money? Yep, but don't worry, banks don't give it all away. They're required to keep some in reserve, just in case you want to withdraw it. And your money is usually protected by insurance, so even if something goes wrong, you won't lose it. Banks just use money to make more money, that's their job. Now that you know how banks work, be smart about where you keep your money. Look for banks that give you higher interest. Watch out for fees. Learn how to invest your money too. The bank isn't your enemy, it's a tool. Use it wisely. Let's wrap it up. Banks lend your money to make money. They earn more interest than they pay. They charge fees and offer services. You still get your money back, and maybe some interest. Knowing how banks work helps you grow your own money smarter. Now that you know banks don't just hold your money, they use it. How would you use a bank differently? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell for more simple and fun lessons about money. See you next time on